to the channel, and today will be a quick review of this book here, King Rat by James Clavell. And this is one of his books in the Asian Saga. James Clavell is quick becoming one of my favourite authors in this series of books that are loosely tied together. Very, very dear to my heart at this point. This is the fourth book in timeline order, though this was one of the first books that was actually published. It was published in 1962. This particular edition is a hardback of around 400 pages. The word count is a little under 130,000 words by my count. And because I'm a slow reader, it took me about 6 days to read, but it doesn't mean I wasn't enjoying it quite a bit. It's quite famously adapted into a movie, and it is very entertaining. Now, what is it about? It kind of chronicles the lives of some POWs in World War II that are being detained by the Japanese forces and their struggles, what their day-to-day life looks like. Now, a lot of these Asian Saga books, one thing that always comes across very effectively is how James Clavell deals with culture and race, and how our experiences change the way we perceive things, and that's on an individual level and at a kind of a micro social level as well. And you'll get that to a very decent level in this novel, and it's kind of what we come to expect from the Asian Sagas, really. But one thing I wasn't coming to expect is a book that was probably written around 1960, so around 65 years ago now, deals unbelievably well. In fact, it feels like it was written about 5 or 6 years ago when it deals with gender identity. I was not expecting a book that was written so long ago to do such an incredible job of dealing with gender identity. It really, there's no book I can think of from this era that deals with it in quite the way that James Clavell does. It is a book that is kind of semi-autobiographical for James Clavell. The man on the back actually did live some of this stuff, and one of the characters here is actually kind of based loosely around James Clavell. That gives it a very interesting dynamic. Is it my favourite book in the Asian Sagas? Not really. The kind of the plotting is more limited because it's dealing with really real world things here. It isn't as intricate as it is in some of the Asian Sagas novels, and the characters themselves, their motivations and everything are much more base, but that's obviously because they're trying to survive. But overall, it's going to feel more limited. It's going to feel less ambitious than the other Asian Sagas novels, and you may find it feels like there's a drop in quality. I don't think that's necessarily the case. It's just maybe a little less engaging because of that. But it's still a very, very good novel. I don't think there will be a bad novel in the Asian Sagas at this point. I'd actually give it a 4.3 out of 5.